All right, everybody, this is a video made for you, our Rising Health Chiropractic family. I want to tell you about a service that we offer that you might not even know about. It's called our Boost Adjustment Program. Now, this service called Boost Adjustments is massively important for our wellness families and really all families and all kids and all patients at Rising Health. Because of this, life has stress to it. There are growth spurts. There are back to school seasons. There are holidays. There are colds and flus and seasonal changes. There are trips and falls for you, mom and dad. There are stressful, chaotic times at work and at life. And that's called, mostly every day. And so stress is a part of our life. And now that you guys are established, rockstar, rising health patients, you've started to not only experience all the benefits of regular adjustments during your restoration plan if you're newer into care, those first few months, or maybe this for many of you who've been with us for a few years since the beginning. And for you, you maybe know about boost adjustments, but others don't. And so life has stress in it. But you do know this from the chiropractic principles and really life health principles. It's not about avoiding stress. It's not about avoiding illness in terms of how we get healthy. It's about overcoming it. And the truth is, health comes not from avoidance. Health comes from adaptability and resiliency and building up strength in our bodies, in our nervous systems, in our immune systems, in our kids, in all of us when we go through and overcome challenges, right? So that's a big picture idea in this very simple video, is to teach you what boost adjustments are, when to use them. And I'm going to give you the top 10 reasons of when and why to schedule and utilize a boost adjustment with us. And then we'll talk about real quick how they work and how to get them scheduled. But I'll tell you this, I got 4 kids and a rocking busy life, right? And so I utilize boost adjustment myself all the time. I'm a wellness patient. I get adjusted on the regular once a week at a minimum, never miss it, but some weeks are crazier than others. So I'll sneak in, an additional boost adjustment, my second adjustment or third of the week. And this video again is for you wellness families. It's for you consistent, awesome, cherished, rising health families who maybe are going through it right now. Or, coming up this winter or soon, you're going to go through it. Your kids are going to go through it. And you'd like to have an extra advantage to be more healthy and more resilient as you go through it. So let me just read, a couple of things that you probably know because you've got kids and you've lived life. But these are some, interesting stats that really bring this conversation to light. Did you know that an average of 6 to 8 colds per year are experienced by each kid in the US right now? 6 to 8 colds. Now, the cool thing is, Rising Health, well-adjusted kids experience far fewer, but they still experience some. My kids go through 1, maybe 2 colds as the seasons change and they, as they kick off school. It doesn't mean that germs and allergens or pollen is coming at them. It just means that their nervous system, their immune system needs to get stronger to get through that season. So they get boost adjustments during their colds or their congestion. Did you know that kids on average, they grow, 2 inches and gain 6 pounds annually? Now, growth spurts are one of those things that we talk about a lot of time at Rising Health because they seem so standard and ordinary, right? But when that body grows, and a lot of kids, if the average is 2 inches, that means a lot of kids can grow as much as 6 inches in 12 months. Now, you better believe that can disrupt the neuromuscular tone and coordination and function of their entire bodies, especially the neck and shoulders. And a lot of times you'll see your kid going through a growth spurt, not just complaining of their leg pains at night and whatnot, but you actually see their posture get worse, their coordination get a little discombobulated, a little funky, and you'll know that they're in a growth spurt because their emotions and sensory system becomes so much more dysregulated, because when the body gets stressed, the brain and nervous system gets stressed, and those things can come offline. So every kiddo, all the time, every year, is going through growth spurts. Now, they're called growth spurts for a reason, because they come up and they're there for a few weeks or a period of time. So that's a perfect time to schedule and get boost adjustments. But what about everything else? Those are 2 very common things that kids and families go through. But I want to go through this list so you know that These are the 10 different things that we all face all the time. These 10 things are things that you can really pay attention to. And some of this stuff, you don't know it's coming. There's no heads up. But some stressors, some of these stressors we do know are coming, like a busy sports season, busy testing season, busy work season. That's going to make the list here in a second too. And some of this you can schedule proactively, but we'll be honest, a lot of boost adjustments are there for you to schedule reactively. And the way our practice works, it's with our text system, and then you can go old school and give us a call or stop by the front desk. You can schedule them, and because we have multiple doctors, we can get you in for a boost adjustment day of 99% of the time because you're our wellness patients. We know you well, and when you need that extra care, you get on in and you get all the way better and through it faster. That's really, that phrase right there is the whole story with boost adjustment. So number one, immune challenges. When you or your child are fighting off an illness or a cold, you need your nervous system optimized at its best. The nervous system controls the immune system. When the nervous system and the body are moving and healthy and functioning better, drainage, congestion gets out better. So immune challenges are a big one. Number two, growth spurts. We talked a ton about that. Number three, teething is when the sensitive nerves that go to the jaw, go to the teeth, they're right by the upper cervical region and the brainstem region, which is where sleep and everything else is regulated for your little ones. So if you want to help calm and regulate their nervous systems during a very important part of life that they can't skip, which is teething, get some boost adjustments. Number four, injuries and falls. And I'm here to tell you, as a parent of feral kids, and they are so very lucky that their father is a pediatric chiropractor, because they fall, they trip, they do things. And I love this because we're active, and that's how life gets stronger, is through the bumps and the bruises. Well, the adjustments make the body stronger, more resilient to get through those. So injuries and falls, let us know and schedule a boost adjustment or two. Number five, this may sound like an old wives' tale all the time on the surface, but seasonal and weather changes are a big deal to your nervous system. That is why your grandpa always says, it's gonna rain, I can feel it in my knees, right? There is literally functions to that in the nervous system that it controls. The autonomic nervous system, which is what we work with, and adjustments improve or boost the function of the nervous system, as it controls the temperature regulation, it controls pressure regulation within the body. So when weather, when these things come in, that's when we see our seizure kiddos, our sensory kiddos, our anxiety kiddos, our panda kiddos. They tend to have flare-ups or big challenges through seasonal and weather shifts. So this is one of those, and sometimes we can trust the weatherman or weatherwoman enough to say, hey, you can often proactively schedule that spring and in fall. Those are those seasonal transitions that also come with really busy school seasons and sports seasons. So you'll see that the perfect one to highlight, that a lot of times on this list of 10, your kiddo, your family might be facing 2, 3, 5, 7 of them all at once. Well, if you're facing a couple of these at the same time, then you definitely want to use boost adjustments. So number 6 and 7, I'm going to put them together. It's a busy school seasons for our kids, busy work seasons for us. You ever have that happen at the same time, mom and dad? Way too often. It's just life, right? So many of our Rising Health families, they love getting nervous system focused chiropractic care because you fit our style, you're driven, you've got big goals at work with your company, your business, your kiddos are driven, they're healthy, they're incredible, they're going after grades, they're going after sports, they're going after extracurriculars, they're going after leadership. And when you go after things, your nervous system needs to be optimized and regulated even more. So schedule boost adjustments during busy seasons of school or work. Number 8, this one we don't usually see coming, and that's a blessing, right? But we go through big changes. We go through tough losses. We go through the loss of a loved one. We go through the loss of jobs. We go through the loss of relationships. And at Rising Health, when we say your family to us, hear me towards the end of this video, you are family to us. And we want to surround you. We want to support you. We want to give you a big hug and give you some extra boost adjustments during these extra tough seasons of life, because you'd be blown away by how much better it helps to regulate our emotions and get through those tough times with a boost adjustment. Number 9, medical interventions. Now that list goes on, and it could be medications, it could be vaccinations, it could be all sorts of things that are going to very much stress the neurophysiological system of a child. Now, that's the only thing I want to say with this part of the conversation as to when to use boost adjustments, but it's proven that every single medical intervention has side effects. We need the nervous system, we need the immune system, we need the digestive system. We definitely need our detoxification and elimination system to be at its best when a medical intervention or medication comes into our child or our system, right? Surgeries, those sorts of things. And so we always support our families with extra boost adjustments whenever they need to go through medical interventions. And, big picture, one of the best things about nervous system focused chiropractic care is that when you have a healthy nervous system, everything is functioning and healthy and strong, and there are no challenges for your child, and you awesomely don't need medical interventions, because the more medications, the more medical interventions that we see kids and families get, typically the sicker they get, and therefore the opposite is true. The less they need that stuff. Now, medicine, it is life-saving. I literally have been saved by medical interventions, medication, surgeries. Those are life-saving, but they come with side effects. Every one of them, every time, to a small degree or to a large degree, depending upon the medication, the intervention, and the child. But when your child is going to need a medical intervention, and especially if you have them scheduled ahead of time, let us know ahead of time, because it's super helpful to do boost adjustments before and after those things. And number 10, starting new therapies. Let's say you're adding some additional biomedical therapies and some detoxification. We've got another video that maps out how to make diet changes and detoxes work their best. The healing system must go in a specific sequence. So a lot of times it's us recommending to you, hey, let's start this. Let's go after this. Let's work with this incredible team here, there, and everywhere to do a detox, to do an elimination, to add PT, OT, your speech. Well, in a good way, that's going to add stress to your child's nervous system, because they need to take the good stuff and do good with it. So we can do boost adjustments around those as well. And the coolest thing about those boost adjustments is they are just, born out of reality. This is a system for our wellness patients where, again, you text, you call to schedule them. It's so awesome for busy families like we all are, but schedule them during these extra seasons of stress. Schedule them ahead of time if you know they're coming. But even if you don't, you wake up, your kiddo's congested. You wake up, you're stressed to the max, and you can't concentrate at work. And you already had your wellness adjustment on Monday, but it's Wednesday or Thursday, and you got to finish that project and then have an awesome, but busy, fun-filled weekend with the kids. Call, text, come on in. Get that boost adjustment for yourself to optimize your nervous system, because that's what it's all about. Nothing in life for any of us is really the same. Not every day is the same. Not every week is the same. Not every month is the same. So if you're a weekly wellness patient who, who this is really made for, just a regular patient or whatever schedule your care is needed to be on right now, and extra stress hits that week, and get after it. Get a boost adjustment schedule. Get those benefits that are extra awesome in a time of extra need. And I hope this helped you big time to really know, number one, this program exists at Rising Health, and number two, when and how to use it. So if you have any questions whatsoever, put them in the comments below. If you've experienced the benefits of not only long-standing wellness care at Rising Health, but you already know all about the Boost program and you use it like crazy, would you drop a comment below as well and just let others know, like, hey, this is how we use it for our family to make our life, our quality of life, even that much better. God bless, be well, see you on the next one.